Hey LEGO fans, Vinny here for GeekOut on LEGO, and on today's episode, I'm going to share my latest LEGO haul, which will help me to illustrate some tips on how to build on a budget. This particular haul is going to help me finish one of the most popular modular designs ever released. I'm talking about set number 10185, the Green Grocer. Now, unfortunately, I cannot afford to pick up this set on the secondary market as it's been sold out for quite some time, or at least I can't afford it all in one shot. So instead of just saving my pennies in a piggy bank, I've decided to build the Green Grocer brick by brick. This particular LEGO haul comes from Big B Bricks out in Kent, Washington, and I've actually ordered from this gentleman in the past, and I've got to say, he's one of the better BrickLink dealers that I've had the pleasure of dealing with in the past. So if you're looking for a reliable BrickLink store who provides fast and accurate service, check out Big B Bricks links in the video description below. So most of these parts will be used for the Green Grocer, but one thing I'm actually guilty of when collecting parts for my main project is scoping out other goodies that a BrickLink store might have. So I also picked up quite a few other elements to work with on projects like my bridge and my raised sidewalks. So let's sort these pieces out so you can get a better idea of what came in this haul. Alright, now that the parts are sorted, you can actually see some of the sand green elements, which are the calling card, if you will, of the famous Green Grocer. And one bit of advice I actually have for those of you who come across Green Grocer directions and want to build this model on your own, you'll notice here that there's a lot of the 1x2 bricks and even the 1x4 element you see there. Unfortunately, parts like 1x8 sand green bricks, as well as some of the other more alternative bricks and elements, they're super expensive in that color, even on BrickLink. So what I've decided to do is swap out the more expensive elements for ones that are much more affordable and more readily available. And even though my version of the Green Grocer won't be 100% accurate to the original model, I still think it maintains the integrity and stands up to the original. So I couldn't be more pleased and proud to display this model in my LEGO City. And because I'm on a budget, I only pick up certain pieces at a time. And as you can see here, I needed a lot of these 1x1 round gray bricks, as well as these black and gray plates that will represent the floor and roof of Green Grocer. Now, if you've been following the progress of Roan Valley for a while, you'll notice quite a few changes, especially on this block here. The Grand Emporium still sits on the corner, and next to it is a project I've been laboring over for quite a while. It's a facade based on the design by Crystal W of Modulars by Crystal. I'm trying something a little different with this. As you can tell, most of my buildings are full modulars, mostly furnished and operational. However, this particular building is a space filler, and I wanted to try breaking down a design just by looking at it and trying to build it myself and sprinkle them around the city. And here is the Green Grocer, a set I've been after since I began collecting modulars a few years ago. You'll notice missing windows, alternate bricks. It's definitely a work in progress, but it's also very rewarding knowing that I've been building it up brick by brick to fit my own budget. I also wanted to take a minute to point out the raised sidewalks on this side of Roan Valley, another project that has slowly come together in a very satisfying way. You'll see that the raised sidewalk adds a very nice pop to the layout, and shout out to user Giorgio for the comments and suggestions on the raised sidewalk, by the way. Be sure to subscribe to Geek Out on LEGO, as I'll be posting an episode dedicated to this type of sidewalk and how you can put it together in your own city. One of the things I like to do when building on a budget is building around pieces that I may not be able to order for a while. One way to do that is to use elements already in your collection. As you can see here, I had a lot of these dark gray 1x1 round bricks laying around, and since Green Grocer requires a whole lot of the round bricks, I figured I'd use these as a placeholder until I got these, the proper light bluish gray bricks that came in my haul. I did contemplate leaving the dark gray bricks just for simplicity's sake, but the light gray looks so much better. As you can see here. So I'm going to swap out all the placeholder bricks with the right ones right now. Another element I'd like to point out that has purposely been switched are these sand green masonry facade 1x2 bricks that you can see in front of the Green Grocer. The true model calls for this element. Let me grab it here. It's a 1x2 with an indent in the center, and it's in sand green, of course, and it would look like vertical slats going up and down the front of the building. Now, I decided that the overall cost of these particular elements was going to make it next to impossible for me to justify having Green Grocer in my collection, so I opted for the masonry bricks, and in all honesty, I think it looks better than the original intended design. I certainly respect the opinion of those who say it's not true to the original design, the Lego purists and so forth, but comment below and let me know what you think about this masonry brick being used on Green Grocer instead of the typical 1x2 with the indent. Another challenge you'll have to work around while building on a budget will be missing chunks of the wall, the roof, you name it, and having to build it up around it so that your building doesn't fall apart. Also, you'll see here that some of these 2x12 light bluish gray plates are missing from the floors right around here. And then on top of the building, you'll notice that a 6x12 stud black plate needs to be added to complete the rooftop. And that's just some of the things that are missing structurally on the Green Grocer. So I'll be going through these elements. I actually received them in this particular haul, and I'll be building up things like this fire escape here and a few other parts of the building, and then see how it fits down in Roan Valley. Okay, so I'm just going to put the finishing touches on the Green Grocer right now, at least in regards to the elements that I received with my brick haul today. It's these two front windows here. And there you can get a really nice view of the windows that I just placed in, along with a couple of the other elements that I added today, including the rooftop. And also the finished fire escape in the back. So even though there's still quite a bit of work that needs to be done, it's still nice to know that building with a budget can be accomplished. Well, there you have it, fans, and that's about all the time we have this week on Geek Out on Lego. Here you'll see the brick wall that I'm going to be talking about in the next episode, as well as some of the other sets that I got, like this Metroliner train that I'm really excited about. And as always, Roan Valley is always under construction, as you can see here. So please subscribe to the channel, comment below on what you'd like to see, and until next time, this is Vinny for Geek Out on Lego, and I really appreciate you making Geek Out on Lego a part of your day. Have a great one, guys.